Makakausap po natin ngayon ang isa sa mga complainant, si Doktora Sylvia Estrada Claudio. Magandang gabi po.
Magandang gabi naman at sa inyong tagapakinig.
Gaano po katibay itong isinampa ninyong reklamo laban kay VP Sara?
Sa aking palagay, matibay po. Hindi naman ako lawyer, no? Pero we were advised by certain of our counsel. I merely asked them, di ba? Ayoko mag-file ng kaso na kakahiya naman. Pero kami po na nag-file, ako in particular, sinundan ko po talaga yung hearings on this issue of confidential funds. And I really followed the evidence. Then we looked at the documents that came out of the committee hearings of Congress. And sa akin pong buong palagay, malakas ang ebidensya. Hindi lang natuloy yung hearings. At palagay ko, naman yon, in aid of legislation naman yon, hindi naman yon pangkaso. Kaya minabuti na namin na kasuhan na natin kasi yun ang logical na next step para sa amin.
Ang sabi po ng PDP, hair-brained political stunt lang daw ito.
Well, they're at liberty to say that. But sa akin, it's the chance of VP Sara, if she truly believes herself to be innocent and we are merely doing a hair-brained political stunt, na humarap siya. Kasi kung inosente naman siya, di ano naman ang ikinatakot niya. In fact, when these charges came up, when this was happening, that's what she said. I welcome these charges. Kahit dun sa impeachment, sinabi niya, I welcome this opportunity to clear myself. So we are just giving her another chance to really clear herself. Kasi hindi talaga nalitis itong mga akusasyon. Hindi naman siya nakasagot kahit kailan. Di pagkakataon na niya. Kasi they call it a harebrained political stunt. We call it accountability. So let's hold her accountable and it's part of the process. Humarap siya.
Dr. Claudio, much of the evidence that was submitted today, ito ho ba ay galing doon sa mga hearings sa Kongreso?
Yes po. We can admit that much of the evidence came from the hearings. We looked at it as we told when we swore in, we looked at the documents together. We spent time in the last week or so talking to each other, seeking legal advice, and then we decided, we should just proceed.
Why not file this, let's say, last year ho kaya?
Po, last year, I was one of those who filed the first impeachment complaint. No? Kasi I personally, honestly believe that the Vice President has to answer for her misspending of confidential funds. And it is unfortunate, and we have criticized both the Senate for not acting on the forwarded impeachment complaint forthwith. We are very much in disagreement with the Supreme Court decision, calling that impeachment complaint unconstitutional. In fact, we are still waiting for the Supreme Court to act on our motion for reconsideration, right? Pero in the light of the fact that these legal avenues have been frustrated, we are trying to go to the ombudsman. Simply lang naman po she has to answer what we believe are serious allegations of plunder and other forms of misconduct that are not proper for an official like the Vice President.
Bakit ho nasama yung ilang mga tauhan or staff niya sa OVP, ma'am?
Kasi po doon sa buong pag-trace kung paano ginastos yung confidential funds na yun lang fact na they were spending so many millions in a single day. We don't know what kind of operations would be consistent with spending that much money, no? if you will look, all those officials had a hand in spending. Halimbawa, we know that Colonel Lachica, according to the testimony that appeared in Congress, was given bags of money that was just handed over to him, and we don't know, no, how that, what he did with that. We want to know what happened and why somebody should be given bags of money in cash in that amount. It's so unusual for government, no?
And what would the liability of the staff be? Dr. Claudio? Alright, balikan na lang po natin mamaya si Dr. Sylvia Estrada Claudio. At balikan po natin ngayon si Dr. Sylvia Estrada Claudio, yung pong isa sa mga complainant laban kay VP Sara. Ma'am, welcome back po.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry about that. Nakat po yung ating linya kanina. I wanted to ask you, Dr. Claudio, do you think that itong pagsasampa ng reklamo sa Office of the Ombudsman, that you will get a fair assessment with the Office of the Ombudsman?
You know, we hope, no? The bigger agenda for our group also is to have our institutions become more strong and accountable also. So, we are ordinary citizens. Wala naman kaming ibang magagawa kundi umasa na gagawin ng tama ang ng ating mga institusyon ng gobyerno ang kanilang trabaho. Kasi kung gi-give up ho tayo kaagad, sasabihin natin na kasi biased siya sa ganun, kasi you know, that's not the way I think that we should do our civic duty. So we are hopeful that the Ombudsman will do his job because we truly believe that our case has merit.
A more direct question would be, do you think you would have a more fair assessment now with the present ombudsman than the previous one?
Well, I was no fan of the previous ombudsman. For me, he had made many, for me, questionable decisions, starting with that one where he no longer required the presentation of the SALN of our top government officials, for example. So I'm hoping, because there's a new ombudsman, he is an untested person now in his present role, I'm hoping that we can get better work from him.
Ano ho ang inaasahan nating susunod na mangyayari after the filing of the complaint?
We're hoping the ombudsman will really look into the case. We are confident that if he looks into the case, this will allow him, for example, to open or request certain bank records, for example, if that's what's important to him, that he would like to look into. Siyempre, the ombudsman is given the power to investigate our case further. Yun rin lang naman po yung amin, no? Maraming nagsasabi, lumabas na yan sa Senate hearing, old news na yan. Sa amin lang, sige, lumabas na nga yan, kaya lang hindi naman inaksyonan ng tama yung lumabas na ebidensya. Hindi ho namin trabaho yung investigasyon eh. Trabaho lang namin yung mag-file ng kaso para maimbestigahan pa further. So really hoping that the ombudsman will use his tremendous powers given to him by the law, because those powers are given to him precisely because the highest officials must be placed under correct scrutiny in the performance of their duties.
Ma'am, nabanggit niyo po kanina na parte po kayo o bahagi kayo ng first impeachment complaint filed against VP Sara. Sa susunod na taon, mag-e-expire na po yung one-year ban. Do you plan to file another complaint against the Vice President?
We hope that if the Ombudsman acts on our complaint and does his job, then another impeachment complaint may become unnecessary for us. Again, paulit-ulit lang naman ho kami, gusto lang ho namin harapin na ni VP Sara yung mga akusasyon tungkol sa kanyang confidential funds. At kung mangyari yan sa sitwasyon na ginawa natin ngayon sa proseso ng kaso sa Ombudsman, it may not be necessary to file an impeachment complaint. But what we are trying to do really is to hold the Vice President accountable. And I must say, ma'am, kasi they're always accusing us, bakit si BP Sara? Hindi naman po, no? Kasi yung grupo ko rin na Tindig Pilipinas, we have been working very hard to hold as many officials accountable as possible. Iba-iba lang ho ang kilos natin ngayon for the flood control scandal issue, for example, but we are also part of those who organized the trillion peso march, for example.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, Dr. Sylvia Estrada Claudio.